Hi everyone, welcome to Out and About with Tom and Sherry.
I'm Tom.
Whoops.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Sherry.
Raw and unedited.
Yep. So we are in the Bahamas. We are on Grand Bahama Island and specifically at Celebration Key, which is the Carnival Resort area. And we got in about 7 o'clock this morning, I think, something like that. And we had our breakfast, and then we headed out to take advantage of the freshwater lagoon that they had. But I'm gonna
like the largest freshwater lagoon in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, so I'll let Tom tell the story of our day. How did things go while I'm zooming in and out on the resort here. So it's almost time for us to leave. First of all, it's about 3:15. We're supposed to leave at 3:30. So anyway, Tom, how did it go?
So it was good. It was a neat day. We got off the ship. We ate breakfast. We got off the ship and we're walking over to the beach area. And it was cool looking off the side of the pier. There was just like tons of small fish in there swimming around, some bigger fish. There was one fish that was probably 3-4 feet long, 5 feet long.
We took a little short video of
Yeah.
it. Not the big fish, but we'll post the short so you can see
small
that.
Fish, yeah. So we walked over there. We found some beach chairs with the umbrella, and we sat there for a while. And then I went over to the ocean and got in the ocean for a bit. The ocean was nice. It was just like, it was a perfect temperature. It was cool but not cold. When I came back and we got in the freshwater lagoon, swam around there for a while, and then it started to rain. And they announced that all the recreational activities would be suspended, and the tram service, there's a tram that runs up and down the dock if you don't want to walk. It's not that far, maybe a quarter of a mile, would be suspended. And everybody headed back to the ship, and it started pouring and lightning started coming around, and so we made it on the ship and we were absolutely drenched.
Everybody had
was.
towels over their head. I had a towel on me because I had my book bag and my crossbody, and I was like, great, I don't want all this stuff to get sopping wet. So I put the towel over me and my bags, and we all, I don't know how many thousands of us tried to get back on the ship before we got caught in a lightning storm.
Well, this ship and the Carnival
Horizon,
which is
next door
to us and probably 2/3 the size. So we got back on the ship and we went and ate lunch in the buffet, and that's about it. But we had an interesting conversation because, like, this is the largest freshwater lagoon in the Bahamas or the world or something. And
I think it's more than the Bahamas.
Maybe it's the largest freshwater lagoon in the Caribbean. But by lagoon, what it really means is a big, shallow, enormous, shallow swimming pool.
Yeah, I think at the deepest it was 5 feet.
5 feet.
Carnival Celebration and Horizon guests, your attention please. Second call. Carnival Celebration and Horizon are preparing to depart. It is now time to return to the ship. Please gather your belongings and make your way back to the pier. See you on the next visit.
Everybody better get back to the ship.
All
aboard. All aboard time is at 3:30, and it's 3:20 now?
Probably about 3:17, something like that. We'll
So
see if we catch any runners.
So we looked, and I was wondering, where does all this water come from? All this fresh water. And you can see off behind that castle-looking structure over there, there's some water tanks. And to the right of that looks like kind of, warehouse, service, maintenance building. But where does all the water come from? But if you look the other way, up the coast.
Hold on, let me pan over there slowly so everybody doesn't get sick.
See you on the next visit.
The water's certainly blue, huh? All the different shades of water.
You can really see where they dredged for for the ships and that changing color of the water.
Yeah. So I'm getting over here to the other side where the rest of the Grand Bahama Island's at. So go ahead, Tom.
And so you can see the buildings off in the distance, and about 5 miles away is where the town starts. And apparently they have a reverse osmosis treatment plant that treats the water and supplies Celebration Key and whatever, a bunch of the rest of the island with fresh water made from seawater. So, and reverse osmosis is very energy intensive, very expensive to make. So it was kind of surprising to me that, you know, where else are you going to get that fresh water this close to the ocean? You'd have to drill a really deep well to get down into a freshwater aquifer. So we had that conversation. That was interesting. We met a nice couple from Savannah, Georgia, and that's kind of it. That's kind of my highlights. I don't know if Sherry has more.
No, I don't think so. We have a lot of wet stuff, and
We
not
have
a lot of
wet stuff to dry out.
not a lot of hooks to hang it on.
Yep.
So our book bags and backpack were soaked. Our swimming, obviously, right? And shoes. I got shoes out here on the balcony. We've got soaked socks, soaked, like I say, backpack and stuff. Thankfully, my book didn't get wet. I don't think Tom's did.
My book got wet.
Oh, did it?
I got it out to dry, yeah.
No.
But you look on the other balconies and everybody's hanging stuff out to dry.
Yeah, so let me show you a little bit. If I can, I'll lean out a little bit. Some of these other, so our balcony sits in a little bit, as you can kind of see with the way this is. And then there's these corner balconies. Those look kind of neat.
Yep.
And then down below us, we're on deck 12. Down below us, this is deck 8. We walked out there last night. It's pretty nice, but it doesn't go all the way around. It like cuts you off right down here. I'm gonna pan down here and show. Apparently this section here, and I kind of noticed this on the videos for Celebration. I couldn't figure out what this section was. This is called the Havana. And it's a bar, cigar lounge, things like that. So anyway, so you can walk that far and then it ends right there.
But it's an added cost area.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only added cost plus crowds.
So and then there's, as you can see, let me back up here. There's another one of these cove, or it's not the cove balcony. I don't know what those are, what these corner ones are. Celebration has a lot of different room categories, so I'm not sure what those are. I'll have to look those up.
And you know what's nice too is this awning, kind of roof
Yeah.
type thing up above
Yeah,
us.
see this roof thing above us?
It gives us shade.
It extends out over,
It's out
somewhat
there.
over that deck 8, I guess.
Yep.
So, anyway, so we're gonna see if we got any runners. I can't zoom in a lot, but I can't imagine there would be a lot of runners considering this is a,
It's not like a bar and you get too far from the beach. I see a couple stragglers kind of headed over toward the pier.
well, and some of those people out there by the lounge chairs are probably workers
Yep.
for Carnival.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so as Tom said, they kind of gave us the, okay, everything's wrapping up, and it'll start lightning and whatnot. So then it cleared out, and you could see people were still out there. So some people didn't leave, but they made everybody get out of the lagoons. But I'm sure they probably, oh, there goes a horn,
There goes the ship's horn.
calling everybody. Come on, come on.
There's some
Oh,
people.
here's some runners. Here's
There's
some
few
runners.
Walkers. I see walkers.
See the
I don't
runners?
See runners.
Can you
Where do
see
you
them
see
running
runners?
at the end of the pier?
Yep.
I can't zoom in anymore. Come on,
There they are.
folks.
They're running.
Come on.
Run, Forrest, run!
Hurry, hurry.
Oh, now they're back to walking. Let's see if this tram will pick them up. No. Well, the tram area is roped off from the walking area. You can't.
Yeah.
They can't just
So
turn
is
around.
someone in a kind of pink or orange bathing suit there? Come on, she's
They're still running. And then the person behind them is walking.
Yeah, the person in the pink's running. But the lady,
Now they're back walking again.
but behind is not. Oh,
There's
now
another
she is.
group of
Now
three.
she's running.
Party of 3 coming up the dock.
Maybe this will show up better in the video. Come on. That would just be awful if somebody got left behind. I would feel very bad for them. Even if they'd gotten drunk. I mean, you know, you're responsible, but you still feel bad for them.
Well, it's hard to, I mean, this
This would be hard.
how do you catch back up to the ship from here? You got to get to whatever town that is over there, and then an airplane. And, yeah, it'd be a problem. Yeah, there's still people over on the beach. I bet Sherry's right. I've got that workers. There's quite a few people over on the beach. But they all appear to have orange shirts on.
Well, there's three people in dark color clothes there,
Coming up the pier.
coming up the pier.
Yep.
But they're not running, so maybe they're not an orange shirt employee. They're just kind of strolling.
But look off in the distance. It looks like there's some fires. I don't know if they're controlled burns or they're
Yeah, I don't know.
or
They've
what-
been burning for a while,
Yeah,
but I don't know. From the lightning, maybe? I don't know.
maybe. It's also interesting, those trees. I don't know if you can see them on the video. You could see them more this morning. But it looked like a bunch of dead trees sticking up over there. And then you can almost see a line where the green ends and then it turns to a darker color. And I don't know if that's just a vegetation change or the vegetation gets unhealthy there. It's kind of interesting.
No, those folks are just strolling, taking their time.
Oh, one of them.
Oh,
They're
there
starting
we
to
go.
run now. Oh, back to walking. They look like the last 3 on the pier.
Yep. Oh, there's another more. That's probably the horizon.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming from our ship.
No. So this area here has various different sections. So there was the starfish section, which I think is a lot more kids activity. Then we were in the Calypso section, and we thankfully found 2 lounge chairs with umbrellas that we didn't have to pay for. But there were cabanas. I saw a lot of people in cabanas.
Yeah, a lot of people got the cabanas.
You know, if you had a big party, I guess that would make sense. Because I think they're like $600, $700, $800 or more. And then this section right here with the pool and all the lounge chairs right there, that one, I don't remember, I think that might be the Pearl section, and that you had to pay to even get over there.
But look, they're adding on to, you can see that building, it's part of it, and then off to the left, it looks like they're constructing a new building. You can see the framing rafters and stuff. And then over even more to the left, there's something else under construction. Yep.
We didn't do the food that was on the island. We were thinking about getting ready to come back anyway, right when they said, okay, everybody out of the water.
Yep. Look too, you know what else is interesting? There's this line of, I guess, channel markers. And And then you can see the line where they dredged almost a straight line, and then it cuts over at a 90-degree tension.
There's a channel marker there.
So they spent a lot of money. What did we see? It was, the ship was down, would you say 30 something?
I think when we were getting on yesterday, I noticed 30 feet, 32 feet.
Was it 32 feet or 32 meters?
At that, I don't know. It didn't have an M or an F, so I don't know.
Because the reason I say that is the last ship we were on, it had feet and meters for draft, and it was 80 feet.
Mm.
Because the meters number would be obviously a smaller number, and I wonder if this one goes down 90 feet below the water.
Oh.
It's pretty stable. It hasn't tipped over yet. If you get too much above the water, it'll tip over. Unless you have enough down below.
I don't know what that tipping point is.
I bet the designers do. I
I'm
bet they
sure.
figured
I'm
it
just
out.
saying I don't. It is a wonder, though.
As long
As
as the
tall
center
as
of
the ship-
gravity is below the center of buoyancy, you're in good shape.
All right. All right. Well, I guess that's our report from Celebration Key in the Bahamas.
Here comes one last person.
Oh, really?
Close. Under that farthest sunshade, yellow sunshade to the left. Just in that first gap. See him?
Let me zoom in.
Now under that second sunshade. They're taking their sweet time.
Well, they may be dock workers
Could be.
at this point because it's 3:28, something like that.
But how you notice the ship's getting ready to move to leave is they'll turn on the thrusters to hold it against the dock while they untie the ropes. And they haven't turned the thrusters on yet because you can't.
Oh, here comes a pilot.
Oh, here comes the pilot.
There's the pilot.
One of these times I want to see the pilot get on and off the ship.
So you think he's already gotten on?
No. I think he's coming out to get on the ship. That's my guess.
Carnival Celebration arrives again. Your attention, please. Last call. Carnival Celebration at Horizon are preparing to depart.
Last call.
It is now time
Last
to
call.
return to the ship. Please gather your belongings and
Oh, there's a runner. There's a runner. Oh, another one. Hoping for a ride. No, they ain't getting one. That's a pretty loud loudspeaker they have over there.
Yeah, that's the loudspeaker they used to announce that due to weather, all recreational activities were ceasing, paused or whatever. All right, well, we're going to log off and we will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Nassau, Bahamas, and so we'll see what comes about there. All right, thanks for watching.
Ciao.
Ciao.